We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam.
I'm Jessie. Good morning.
And this is just a time where we're going to hang out, chill out, and talk about games and things that we've been doing here recently and what's coming up on the channel next week. There you go.
And
while Jessie gets us started with doing that, I'm going to go ahead and share this to Facebook. So take it away.
What am I doing? What? I'm in charge?
Yep, you're in charge.
Okay, then next week we're scheduling for 7 a.m.
Nope.
I'm in charge.
No, you're just in charge of the conversation
right? Conversationally.
Which has no basis in actuality.
Ooh, conversationally, I think we're going to go for a walk today. Is this working? This is pretty awesome.
It's not working.
I think we should go for a walk.
Sorry.
It's a beautiful day here in the valley where we live. Super spectacular spring day. All the flowers are in bloom. And the coolest thing about buying a new house, well, not the coolest thing, but one of the coolest things is the person who lived here before planted a bunch of plants that I don't know anything about, but they're all blooming. So I have tulips and daylilies and daffodils and other things that my mom told me that I don't remember. But I'm pretty excited to go outside and see little flowers and stuff. So that's kind of excited. And the other thing that's really cool this week, we got our backyard fenced. So that's super cool.
New fence is in.
It's beautiful.
It's looking good.
The yard was fenced before, but it was fenced, one fence with these people's fence and one side with this people's fence. And these people owned this fence, and they were all wood, rickety fences that were put in the early 80s.
Well, I don't know about that. Pretty close.
They were really falling down. Strider would jump up on one to say,
Lean.
and it would like, so we got all new fences in the inside of our yard. It looks beautiful. So that was exciting. That was a super exciting.
That can stay, that can go away, that can go away.
And it looks so good. And it's so private, and it looks so nice.
Yeah, it does.
Sam wanted to get a different color. We got vinyl fence. I love the white, and I think it looks great. So.
Yep. So this is something that I do want to share because it is something that and then gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this. Sorry.
What are you doing?
That.
You're like computer hacking over there.
I am not computer hacking. I am simply going to share my screen for a moment because I'm not talking about the 19th annual Golden Geek Awards, although that is pretty a cool thing. You can go vote for the Golden Geek Awards. You can do that. Now, what I want to talk about, however, is this little gem right here. This came down the pipe. Well, they've been teasing stuff, shots of card backs and tiles and parts of the board, and it's like, ooh, it looks like Memoir 44, but it's snow. Whatever could it be? You know, it's that kind of stuff. But yeah, they just announced last weekend, Days of Wonder just announced that they are coming out with a Battle of Hoth using the Memoir 44 commands and colors system. And this is like, as soon as it's available, insta-buy for me.
Is it a Kickstarter? Is it a pre-buy? Is it a pre-order?
No, I don't know yet. I haven't actually read up a whole lot on what's going on, but and there aren't a whole lot of images out there except for this one right here, where it's showing the a two-player setup, of course, with Memoir 44 with the regular the whatchamacallit,
Hoth.
board
Yes.
set up with little tokens out here, just like in regular Memoir 44. The dice look a little bit different. They do have kind of the similar infantry. And then I don't know that I like this red X for a miss. I wish they would have come up with something else for that. But this sprocket symbol on one side. And then there's this purple symbol here. I don't know what that is either. That might be artillery or maybe, tanks or heavy armor or something like that. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, wait, there might be. It looks like there might be another one. Oh, crud. Way over here. Click to fit full screen. Well, it's supposed to. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me do this. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, cool. Oh, there's another one over here. That's probably another hit. Like it hits everything. I don't know what this is. That's definitely infantry. This is probably like artillery or something like that, and that's in every hit. And then the stupid little red X that I don't like is a hit. But
or a miss, you said.
Diversion. I don't know that I like the artwork, but I'm not worried about the artwork. Han Solo Scoundrel. What does that mean? Like, are you going to be able to include different heroes of the rebellion and different, that looks interesting. But this looks really, really good. It looks very similar to what we're already used to seeing. I like the game graphics that are like there. Everything about this is looking really good. Adrian Martineau is a huge Memoir 44 fan.
Oh, that's cool.
And he also works for Days of Wonder.
That's cool.
So, and Richard Borg is the original designer. Yep. So, this is pointing me towards
happiness.
Holy crap! That's what this is pointing me towards.
Well, I guess you have to figure out today how to get on pre-order, buy it, Kickstarter, whatever.
All of these pictures look really good. These are some of the
hexes.
Some of the pictures that they've shown us, and this is, just these are the things that they were teasing with earlier, like
footprints of that. Yeah, that's cool.
It just looks really cool. Looks so good. That's in Russian. But anyway, wanted to show that off because it's amazing. We'll go back here.
Chat too.
Yep, chat. Hey. Oh wow, there's a lot already. Good morning, Brian Armstrong. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, David Brownlee. My mic isn't on. I think it probably is.
My mic sound nice.
My
Check
mic
one.
Is on. It's
no, it's red. It's red down there. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
There.
Okay.
Well, it's not red anymore.
Yep, it's not red anymore. I guess that'll be fine. Hey! Yep, it's working. So I'm just going to leave this on the
until
table.
We figure out what's going on.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just interference with that or something.
Do you want me to move it?
No. You're fine. We won't be up. We won't be up for what?
Who?
I have no idea.
Oh, if I switched it to 7 a.m.?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You're so mean.
It's quite warm here today. I think the high will be in the low 80s, Vanessa says. Oof.
We're about 10 degrees below you.
Yes, yard work season has started. If it's not raining, I've got to mow dirt after this. Oh, move dirt, sorry. Mow dirt was funnier.
Mow dirt is pretty good.
So take your time. Yellow daffodils are also my favorite spring flowers, Micah says.
I love the daffodils.
Are you in Florida again, Vanessa? Tom asks. She's not.
I know.
My parents spent yesterday removing a shrub in our front yard. We loved it, but it was getting too big from where it was. For where it was. My mic is still not on. His mic seemingly seems really quiet. Sam, your mic isn't on.
Okay, we clearly needed to have chat up. I tried to.
Can barely hear you, Sam.
Sorry.
Came down the pike is the correct expression. No, I used the correct expression. He'll eventually read chat. Yes, like I am now. Tom, I wish. No, it's just been unseasonably warm the past couple of days. I'm just happy Easter will be nice this year. Sam, you should really start using pre-live checklist. My mic was turned on. It had a red light, and we don't know why. Our mics were on.
We did a sound check.
We did a sound check. It just had a red light, and I don't know why. On the plus side, he remembered to click the go live button this time.
See? So let's take the little wins.
I love being everybody's punching bag.
No.
Sam's volume is still a little low compared to Jessie. That's because Jessie is loud.
I mean, that's true. And that's with me, no voice.
Did you remember to switch to live chat, Luke asks. Yes, I remember to switch
See,
to live chat.
everybody's just checking up on you.
Everybody's punching me.
No.
It's all good.
No, everybody's loving and supporting you.
Doug says, hi, David. Made it to Redmond last night, but got stuck on I-90 for almost an hour and a half due to a wreck.
Blech.
Yep. Sam will never live that down.
Well, that was
That's
a pretty
true. There's a lot of things I will never live down, especially if Eric shows up, which today he hasn't yet. Those are cool mic emojis, though. Thank you, Corathane. Corathane. Corathane? Corathane. Corathane. That's a cool name. So, yeah, Battle for Hoth is coming. I've known about it for about 6 or 7 months. I just couldn't say anything.
But now that it's out in the
now that
interwebs,
it's out,
you get to figure out how you can get it.
I'm going to try to get it. That's for show. That's for show. I'm just waiting on the live stream that the Dice Tower is going to put out about it. I know it's going to happen. It's going to happen, and they're not going to have me there for it, and that's going to piss me off.
We'll call Tom and figure out a way to zoom in.
It's not really going to piss me off. It's just, ugh. No, it's not going to. I was being hyperbolic. I'm not going to be pissed off about it. It's just, I'm going to be metaphorically pissed off about it, if that makes sense. Because I would really, 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 really want to be there. And I'm pretty sure that anybody in their office that gets to play that game doesn't care about Minimore 44 the way I do, including Tom. But oh well, that's just the way it goes. Big fish, small fish. That's how it is. Eric is lurking, waiting to pounce. See, I told you. Oh, I'm here. Just waiting my turn. Let's see. In episode 546, does a brave... I have no idea what Mr. Beast fan is talking about. Have you not had your coffee yet this morning? Does Aboru end up kissing Ariu? Or did he steal the staff of Sapuriu? I have no idea. It sounds like some IP, but I don't know what it is. I have no idea. Welcome, though, Mr. Beast fan.
We're glad you're here.
Doug says, haha, Eric is lurking, waiting to pounce. That's right. Micah says, what do you think? How that Star Wars Memoir 44 will work with 4 players? Isn't it 2-player game, Memoir 44? How many Battle Hoth scenarios would there be? I only remember one, and it didn't last that long. Here's the thing. Okay. This is what I would imagine they have coming down the pike. They're going to have one side is Hoth, and the other side of the board is something else. Or maybe they do have a number of different scenarios that come in that box. That's the only downside to this. And David Brownlee, the poo-poo meister, has brought it up. That's the only downside to this. There was only one Battle of Hoth. There was only one battle. There was only one scenario. So what's going to happen? I don't know. That's the long and the short of it. But I do know, with the wealth of world information that is available in the Star Wars universe right now, they could have an untold number of battles from the Clone Wars. That's the biggest thing. The Battle of Hoth is cool, don't get me wrong. But the biggest thing is, if they get their foot in the door, Memoir 44, and then Star Wars 44, whatever you want to call it, that's a huge deal. I mean, you're talking Clone Wars stuff here. Clone Wars Memoir 44. That would be awesome. Sorry. There's a lot. There should be a Tauntaun race. They didn't go very fast. Do you guys play Dungeons and Dragons? Not often, although JT is a dungeon master, and he does run campaigns from time to time, and he's thinking about starting up a new one here in town. One of the most recent times that I ever played D&D was with JT, but it was online with a bunch of people that were all over the place. A couple that were up in New York State, a couple that were, one that was down in Texas, and I can't remember where some of the other ones were. But yes, I do play D&D, and it's just been a while since D&D is one of those kinds of games that it's hard to commit to when you have so much going on in your household. You have 3 kids, sometimes going in 3 different directions with extracurriculars and so forth.
Speaking of that.
Oh dear. What now?
Prom is this weekend.
This weekend?
Grandma's gone. No, not this next weekend.
Oh. Well,
so she'll have to miss one night.
That figures.
I think it was last year too.
Oh, Rebels and the Empire fighting the planet itself. Wasn't expecting that. There should be Tauntaun races. Good morning. Good morning, Stetson. Good to see you. Hoth versus asteroids. Hoth versus global warming. Hoth versus a black hole. Luke is pulling it out of the... I cannot contain my excitement for the Star Wars 44 series. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Star Wars 80, since that's when it came out. No, you have to keep the 44 in there. You don't, but it would be cool. Awkward silence.
Well, I don't know how to make it 44 when it wasn't 44.
Sounds more like a new series for Unmatched. Yeah.
Yes, that would actually
D&D
be
is
good
fun,
too.
Vanessa says. That is true. Abaru dies in episode 567 of L'Abri de Parnassus. It's a Kazakh horror show that I watch with subtitles on the dark web. It's basically Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones mixed.
Wow.
Luke Shiras, late 70s. You could fight those Yeti things. Yeah, those Yeti things.
Welcome to the Himalayas.
They're called Wampas, first of all. Second of all, the Himalayas weren't on Hoth.
I know, but remember the scene from Monsters, Inc.?
Yes, I remember.
That was my best
That was
voice.
your-
I couldn't.
Yes,
I don't have a. I don't know why my voice is so squawky. Sorry. So the two
Squawky?
choices are you either get squawky Jessie or I could shut up, and we all know that that's not going to happen. So there's no
all
point in
know
that.
that.
You guys can vote on that as much as you want, but it's still not going to
Mark
happen.
Street. Mark, you missed us talking about the Battle of Hoth, buddy. What did you think, Mark? I know Mark is like I think Mark is more of a Star Wars fan than I am.
Oh yeah.
Yes. He was part of the Star Wars
Oh right.
fan club magazine when
Yeah,
he
yeah, you
started
told me
up.
that.
He's actually met George Lucas.
Yeah, that's
or rather been in
super
the
cool.
same room as George Lucas,
Super cool.
which apparently was awkward because George Lucas was kind of a jerk.
Well,
But
I mean, there are a ton of non-famous people who are kind of jerks too.
yep. And yes, he said, Mark Street, so excited! Vanessa says, sorry, I'm not a Star Wars nerd like some people.
I thought I liked you.
Wow. So we just have to be Star Wars nerds now. We can't be Star Wars fans anymore. I get it. Okay, I see how it is, you tree hugger.
Jeez,
In the same room, yes.
that's cool.
Say hi to Alita for us, Mark. Vanessa, I missed all the Star Wars hype as well. My family didn't do movies. Well, we can
We didn't
rectify
really
that
either.
now, Doug. We have all of them. Just got to not play Legends of the West next time, and we can get a couple episodes in. She's doing good. That's good. Beam me up, Solo. Shut up, David. Weirdo.
That being said, my kids are kind of this weird mix of fans. They love Star Wars and they love Star Trek, specifically the original with William Shatner. But my kids are really weird, geeky kids. Like they love Star Wars and they love Star Trek. And usually you are one or the other. You're not both. They don't mesh.
Well, they grew up on the dark side and knowing nothing but the dark side, and
That's
so
true. No, they watched all the Star Wars movies growing up. Like that was what we.
I know, but they got a
they
lot
were-
of Star Trek. They got
They
a
were
little Star Wars.
actually forced to watch the original series.
See
It
what
was
I-
a.
see
It
what
was
you
a.
did there? Forced.
I did. Did you like that?
That was nice.
See.
That was good.
And then my kids ridiculously love it.
Yeah. Well,
I've been trying to tell Daphne for years that there's so many other Star Trek things that
yeah.
you need to
Stop
catch up.
watching the crappiest one. Literally.
They've watched the original so many times, like every episode of the original.
It's like it's the worst.
And I said,
It's
okay,
literally
just
the worst at this point.
Go to next gen. Like it is so good. And now they're in next gen. I think they're in season 2 or something now.
Okay. Luke, Shyrus, I'm going to get to what you just said
Okay.
in just a few seconds. But I need to get down there. At least trees are real. Says who, Vanessa? I saw the original Star Wars in the theater 162 times.
Whoa,
Mark
I did
says.
not watch it 162
You
times.
actually kept track of it.
That's cool.
Wow. Man alive. That's probably more than I would have. I've seen it since now.
No.
I think maybe. We've been introducing Family Meeple. First of all, said Star Trek is greater than Star Wars. That's number one. Family Meeple, and then they say we've been introducing our daughters to Star Trek. We just watched the original motion picture last night. Well, when you
Yes.
guys run
No,
out
no,
of
no.
all of that old crappy cinema,
Tell you,
come on over to the light side of the Force, and we'll show you what's what.
my kids love the original series, but they are really enjoying next gen so far. Daphne said they just watched the one with a legal debate, and they were excited about that.
Watched what?
the episode of Next Gen where there was a legal debate about something. The holodeck gave a lot of freedom of writing.
Yeah.
Once they introduced the holodeck, then
Cat was out of the bag.
Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, now we're going to get to Mr.
Mark.
Beast fan said I should watch the show. Abaru is a fire demon who loves Eru, a Gratuian from the Freertu, and they fight goblin demons and hunt for the staff of Aberion.
Wow.
Aberion. I would need to watch it to know how to pronounce everything. That's for sure. But Lim says Firefly. This is the one we're getting to.
Firefly.
Now, first of all, with that word, you've got me on board.
Yeah.
You've got me on board. Firefly is a great show. Then you finished that sentence with is still the GOAT. The greatest of all time. First of all, Mal's character wouldn't exist without Han Solo. Because Mal is absolutely Han Solo.
Yeah.
Period. End of discussion. Like, hard stop.
Sure.
So, can something that came later be the greatest of all time? I don't know. Is Alex Ovechkin now better? Is Ovi better than Gretzky now that he beat his all-time scoring record? No, because he's not even close to Gretzky's assists. He's got like a third of the assists that Gretzky had. So no, Gretzky's still the greatest of all time.
Is Gal Gadot a better Wonder Woman than Linda Carter? See, I mean,
no, she isn't.
She isn't. But the writing was better.
That's just because they've learned over time. Yeah. Let's see. David says +1 to Firefly. You're a weirdo too, David. So we don't speak of Space 1999. That's true. We don't because it sucks. I love both Trek and Star Wars. We did the magazine for both fandoms and Back to the Future.
Oh, that's cool.
We will let Sam play a Star Wars game on the cruise. Emily and I will play free games with Vanessa. Tree games with Vanessa. Yes. They were mind melded to watch Star Trek. Yes, pretty
much.
Just to be clear, Vanessa says, I have seen most of the movies and actually enjoy them. I definitely like Star Wars way more than Star Trek. I actually find Star Trek kind of boring. All right, well, here's the thing. The old Star Treks are fine.
The original?
Yes. I mean,
what is old?
I like
Shatner.
Shatner. I like Nimoy. I like all of the old characters. They're iconic.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But when you...
Patrick Stewart was a great captain.
Patrick Stewart's great. I'm just talking movies right now. I'm not talking about... The TV series was absolute crap. I'm sorry. The actors, yes, great, fine and dandy, but oh my heave, horrible. I cannot watch it. The new Star Trek movies, however,
with young
Shatner and young Nimoy and young everybody and all of that kind of stuff. My
young
goodness.
Captain Kirk with Chris Pine.
Yes.
Those are great movies.
So much better.
Those are great movies. I love all of them. I love them.
Anyway, it's a different era. I get it. You can't really compare one with the other because of all of the advances. But the IP has done well, in my opinion. It is much better now than it was. But I have to say, I couldn't care less about the original Star Trek series. But Next Gen is good. I think it's the best. People will disagree with me because a lot of people like Voyager, and a lot of people like Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine was pretty good too. I think I like Next Generation best.
I do as well. It's what I that was my era of
Yeah.
watching primetime
Yeah,
television, and I was there for that. Let's see here. Yep, one summer I went every day.
That's crazy cool.
And after a week, the manager just let me go all summer.
Oh, that's funny.
So he only had to pay for a week.
That's awesome.
Then he got the rest of the summer for free. That's cool. The first 2 times I saw Star Wars were at a drive-in.
Oh, that's cool.
Just got lucky and a very nice manager. Yeah. Somebody asked him if he worked at the theater. And Luke did. Babylon 5 has a lot of fans, but I can't get into it now. I couldn't get into it back when it was a thing. I liked, I think it was Bruce Boxleitner as an actor. I liked him. Is that his name?
I don't know. That name is like an old. I know who. He was in a show.
I can't remember the guys. I think it was that. And I liked him as an actor, but everything else in Babylon 5 was like, this is stupid. I didn't like the computer graphics that they used for most of the fight scenes in space. I didn't like how many of the characters looked. I don't know. I never could get into Babylon 5.
What was the show I watched?
Is Jar Jar better than Kenobi? How is Jar Jar better than Kenobi? That's like apples and a ribeye. How is that even close to being a comparison? +1 for Firefly being better. Now you're just being argumentative, Family Meeple. Now I see your vector. You're just trying to be that rabble rouser. That's what that is. Karen says, yes, David. Yes, love Jar Jar. Okay, I appreciated Jar Jar for what he was. That was comedic relief for the show. And I did not disagree. I think, first of all, people have treated Ahmed Best horribly. And while I think that a lot of the stuff that Jar Jar did was kind of off the wall, I account that not to Ahmed Best, but to the writers of the movie. I think Ahmed Best did a great job as an actor.
Sure.
But the character was strange.
Well,
and misplaced. He was almost too goofy. Because the other Gungans weren't that way. But I know that's what his character was. His character was, the goofy, clumsy comic relief.
Sure. I guess that's what I am in the family then, too. I'm just saying.
I didn't say
I'm here for the comic relief, y'all.
Let's see. Farscape is the best space. Oh, Micah. Micah. Farscape was horrible.
I don't even know what it is.
Like with the accented E on the end of it. That's how bad Farscape was. Horrible. I did watch, I think, the first 2 seasons of Farscape. But the Muppet aliens, they weren't Muppets. They weren't actually Muppets.
I was zoning out until you said Muppet, and I went,
No, they're not Muppets. But they were like puppets.
Yeah.
Or animatronic or something like that.
Something.
It was so bad. Except there were ones that were like prosthetically makeup and all of that kind of stuff, but there were some that were just or animatronics and Sorry, Micah. Can't agree with you on that one. Don't forget about Andromeda. We're all trying to. I'd see episode 1 in theaters just to see the pod racing scene. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, for all the hate that episode 1 gets.
On an IMAX.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The pod racing scene was absolute cinematic perfection.
It was so good.
So good.
We used to have, before I moved to Wenatchee, I used to have a sound system in my house with like a 4-foot subwoofer and I don't even know how many speakers in my living room. But that was frequently the scene that was the show off.
That's the one that Ace would go to, right?
Yeah. It was the show off scene. Of the sound system.
Let's see. We started the girls. Family Meeple says we started the girls on the newest movies. The older ones are much slower. Well, yeah, because they suck. Vanessa G says I stand corrected. I did really like the new Star Trek movie, and the Next Gen movie with the Borg was pretty good too.
Oh, the Borg.
Definitely not action packed. Go get your.
I just did it a few minutes ago.
Spitsy thingy. No, we've been down here for almost an hour now, babe. Well, you need it whenever you have a fit. That's what it's for. She'll be right back. She's going to get her little albuterol, I think is what it's called. Next Gen movie with the Borg was pretty good too. I did enjoy that one. But one of probably the most what was it? Locutus? Was that his name when Patrick Stewart became a Borg? That was one of the most chilling scenes when he actually woke up for me. Didn't like that at all. Scarecrow and Mrs. King. That's a good one. Dude, that's a good show. Jar Jar is a secret Sith Lord. That's the going argument right now. I don't agree with it, but I love the fan theory that Jar Jar is a Sith Lord master, and it was just a show. Yeah, I think that was pretty funny. Expanse was pretty good for a more recent space show, but I don't think it finished like Firefly. No, it didn't finish, and really Firefly was canceled, horribly so. Cannot believe Firefly got canceled.
Now I'm perfectly fine.
No, you're not. You're gonna keep coughing. Let's see. Expanse was also very good. I really enjoyed if I can use this word, the reality of it. It was definitely a sci-fi show set in the future where we have begun colonizing different planets, and we have space stations and all of this other kind of stuff, and so it's like real science fiction instead of fantasy science fiction.
What about? Okay, I got one.
So, but Expanse is really good. I really enjoyed Expanse. All right, go ahead.
What about Galaxy Quest, the movie that makes fun of all the Star Trek fans? Yeah. That one was funny.
And again, Tim Allen is the one.
I mean,
one that nailed that. Sigourney Weaver. I think it was the cast.
I mean, that cast
that really made that show so well.
I like Galaxy Quest versus Orbits. The Orville.
The Orville was like, we're going to do the same thing as Galaxy Quest
but we're not doing it as good.
But we're going to do it in
a series.
In an adult way.
Yeah.
Not in a family-friendly way.
Galaxy Quest. So great. I should have chose that for movie night.
By the way, you think Jessie is this...
No. Oh, I'm so cute. I'm so cute. No. Who actually
picks the most gory movies ever.
No. Look, we were going through. It was my movie choice, and Sam said, "I was like, I don't know." We watched a trailer of this movie, and he goes, "Yeah, that looks funny." I was like, "Okay."
No, I said it looks like it could be funny.
So we chose it. We chose it. You helped me.
It's called Novacane.
Ooh.
Novacane.
Better.
That's what it's called. It's got
some people we don't know.
Quaid. No,
Randy Quaid's son.
Is it Randy?
Dennis Quaid's son.
I think it's Dennis Quaid's son.
It's one of the Quaid.
You
family
can
line.
definitely tell that he is in the Quaid family line. He looks like they've got a clone machine somewhere, I think. But anyway, it's Dennis Quaid's son,
Yeah,
I
it must
believe,
be.
not Randy Quaid. I was wrong. I said that last night.
Oh,
But okay, so first of all, it is super gory. They dropped the F-bomb about 100 million times.
I still think less than Deadpool.
And there is... No, it's not less than that. They actually set a record, I believe.
No.
I believe they did. But anyway, I could be wrong with that too. But I read something like that. It was an untold number of F-bombs in that movie. But then you had all of the other stuff that Deadpool is known for, sexual innuendo and all that kind of stuff on top of that. This had gore. No, I'm sorry. According to Amazon, it's rated R for flashing lights.
Yeah, that's all it said. It didn't say blood spurting and pools of blood and...
Well, I mean, the whole premise of the movie is this guy has a real
Right.
disorder.
Right, a real genetic...
That
I think
you
it's called...
can't feel pain.
Yeah.
That you can't feel pain. Like any kind of pain.
Right.
If you bite your tongue, if you,
Step on a nail.
yeah,
You
any of this stuff. It's
burn
like,
your hand.
you're right. Any of that stuff.
Clearly
And
stick your hand in
they
boiling oil.
leaned into it. I mean, they leaned into this.
He reached into a...
No spoilers. Shh. Spoiler, bad person.
Okay. It was very gory.
All the
funniest
thumbs up
part
are-
was... The funniest... I know, I keep doing that. Sorry. The funniest part was I looked over at the family. I was making the faces, too. But Aiden, our big tough guy,
Yeah.
was like...
Yeah. Everybody.
And Daphne was like this, and Dante was like... Everybody was literally covering their mouth, going... So that was kind of funny.
But yeah.
You leave my flowers and sunshine and preschool teacher out.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. As if I had ever watched something like that. Well, somebody might. We don't want to... I mean, that was one of the most... My goodness.
I quit. I die.
No spoilers like any of us are going to watch it now.
No, believe me.
You never know.
You'll be fine. You'll be
never
fine.
know. See, here's the thing. She
You'll be fine.
also loves the movie
I actually was going to choose that.
Violent Night.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's-
It is straight up a Christmas movie.
It is absolutely a Christmas movie, but it is about as far away from a traditional Christmas movie as you could possibly get.
I mean, you've got the up the chimney.
Yeah, you had
You've
all
got
of the elements.
you
I get it. All of the elements, and then you also had all of those people dying at the hands of Santa Claus. Who apparently
he was a
was a
Viking.
Viking
That was
warrior in
amazing.
another life. So
I loved that.
I did too. But anyway, the thing I don't even know how we got on to talk about that.
I don't know.
Oh, it's the whole fact of, oh, I'm so... Yes.
Listen, we were talking about Galaxy Quest, and now I liked that one. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite lines in that movie is because it's a movie based on the fans that love the sci-fi so much that they make this whole world real, like, right? So,
Well, no, they don't make it real. It's just that they love it so much. They're huge fans.
Right.
They're the ones that go to conventions. They're
Right.
the one that cosplay at conventions. And all
in
this other
episode
kind of
number
stuff.
26 of
But they find out that it is real
Right.
because this series, when it originally came out, got put onto a satellite that
Right.
got sent out into space.
That's so funny.
And the alien races that were being subjugated by another powerful militaristic alien
Saw
race
this is like,
saw
oh.
this and was like, oh, we can ask for their help. And
Right,
so
they're gonna help us. Yeah.
they built their ships out of...
Something to come.
No, they built their ships off of what they show in the episodes.
Right.
And so it actually turns out to be real
Right.
in the movie.
So they're running through, and they're trying to get to this end thing. And they have to run through this thing where there's these, they call them chompers, but they're like in every old 1960s sci-fi.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, and you have to time your way and run through it.
And I love the fact he's like, yeah.
And Sigourney Weaver says, "Who wrote this episode? This was a dumb. Why are these on the middle of a ship?
What are these doing?
What are these doing here? Oh,
I have one job. Let me do it." I'm telling you, Sigourney Weaver and Tim Allen made that movie. Everybody else did a really good job. The other guy.
He's in the show.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Yeah. I grabbed Thor's hammer. Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. Oh, and then there was the guy who played, he was on the show, what was it, Monk, or I don't know, there was a...
Yes. Yeah, I don't know his show. I don't know his name.
But he was on it. I mean, great actors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, guys. Like,
okay.
They're saying that this is really bad.
If you've never watched Galaxy Quest, I'm telling you, you should go out and watch it. That'll make you happy.
Yeah, that's a good one. Any love for Stargate SG1? Here's the thing. I'm a big fan of Overboard with Goldie Hawn.
I love Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. I love Kurt Russell.
I love Overboard.
No.
Did you see the redo of Overboard?
No, we're not going there. We're not going there. We're talking about SG1. I loved Stargate, the movie, with Kurt Russell. I think Kurt Russell was in it. Yeah, he was. Anyway, really enjoyed that. Loved the fact that MacGyver was in SG1 as well. I know that's not his real name.
He is forever known as.
He's forever known as MacGyver now. But I really enjoyed that season at the beginning. I really enjoyed the kind of tenuous connection between Egypt and all of the pyramids and the technologies that they found supposedly in the pyramids, and I loved that connection, and I loved how it turned into different Stargates that were all over the universe.
Oh, I remember this.
Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. But it didn't keep my interest.
What about Battlestar Galactica?
Battlestar Galactica is one of the GOATs.
I agree.
One of the greatest of all time.
I loved Battlestar
I think as far as sci-fi TV shows are concerned, it is a GOAT. I think it's far better than Star Trek ever was. But again, I think that's more... I liked the survival aspect of Battlestar Galactica more than the we're all better than you.
We got into the
part of
conniving, backstabby...
No, absolutely.
Secret.
Yeah, there's that. But I think that's part of...
I'm not a Cylon. Yeah. You're a Cylon.
Well, that was the new one. I was talking about going back to the old, the original. Oh. But the new one is also very, very good.
I watched the new one. I don't think I watched the old one.
Let's see. My wife doesn't seem to have a limit when it comes to action and violence, but if the characters start using foul language, we're turning it off. That's absolutely cool. Violent Night is a good action movie, but a bit on the gore side.
I'm telling you.
And it also has an epic Die Hard reference. Why'd you have to go there?
It's great.
Why'd you have to go there?
It's great. That is...
Street's one of those people that goes there.
Okay.
Every Christmas he goes there.
I'm telling you, I love that movie. It's a Christmas movie.
No, it's
Mark, get behind me on this one. It's a Christmas movie.
No, he's already there. You're having to get behind Mark on this one. That's
I'm telling you, it's really good.
The Green Laser says, peace out. Peace out to you too, buddy. Thanks for being here. Or lady, whoever you were. I don't know your name. Wasn't Sam saying something about no spoilers earlier?
What did I... Oh, I probably
don't think
did.
we spoiled
I'm very good at spoilers. The chompers.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. Spoilers only last for a certain number of years, people. After a certain number of years, go watch the movie. There's no spoilers at that point. I'm sorry. But, like, Novacane is like a newer
brand new movie.
It's a newer movie, so we don't want to spoiler it just in case you want to go watch it. Yeah, if you haven't seen it by now, exactly, yes. Sam Rockwell, yes, he did such a good job. Sam Rockwell is a super underrated actor.
Yeah, super.
super underrated. He has done so many different immersive characters. I mean, Galaxy Quest was just
I love Galaxy Quest.
the like comedic side of it, and then the other side is like the Green Mile, where he plays a dirt bag of a person. I mean,
a picture. Let me see.
Yes, Richard Dean Anderson. Yes, that's correct. Otherwise known as, actually mainly known as MacGyver. I have one job on this ship. It's stupid, I know, but I'm gonna do it. Yes, exactly. Tony Shalhoub. Yes, that's the
other
monk.
One. Yeah.
Tony Shalhoub. BSG, the new one. Is a soap opera with a sci-fi painting in the background. I prefer the old one. I agree with that. And I think they made a lot of like political choices.
You guys gotta quit making me laugh. I'm cracking up, and every time I laugh, I cough. So you guys gotta stop.
Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie. You be quiet, Luke. No, it's not. Sam Rockwell was epic in Galaxy Quest. So good. Yes, he was.
Right?
Mr. Right is one of my favorite movies from Sam Rockwell. I've never seen that one, I don't think. As someone who was lucky enough to be on the Trek sets, Galaxy Quest is a perfect parody of the original cast.
I mean, it was so good.
I agree. Yep. So that is cool. All right.
That was totally off topic, clearly.
No, that was all pop culture.
It was pop culture.
All pop culture. That's
true.
Something we do here on the channel. So.
Why am I coughing?
Then we also have that. I'm being told that I have to stand up, so I'm going to stand up.
You go off screen when you stand up.
I do.
I don't. I can stand up and I don't go off screen.
I'm going to stand up and I'm going to go get. We're gonna wrangle this back into board games.
Wow! Look at that. Oh, you guys, I laugh so much. My life is filled with joy.
We're not going to show you these, but we are going to talk about them because these are games that we have done on the channel this week. So consider them a plug. But the first one is Umbrella.
You want me to just bring it down?
Yeah, just show it. Umbrella is a game that...
Why?
I have no idea. Umbrella is a game that I played solo. We've played it to kind of brush up. I played it solo, kind of brush up on the rules a little bit. There was a lady that came to our game night last week that was interested in it, so I want to be just kind of fresh on it whenever she comes back, and we can teach it to her. But this is a really fun game, and it's got a pretty good puzzle to play solo as well. So it's one of those games that I can highly recommend. It's a little bit, closer to my heart because it's got Vincent Dutrait's artwork, but it's not one of the things. That's one of the things that drew me to it. But after I was drawn to it, it's kept me with the gameplay.
The game's fun.
Keep that in mind. I really enjoy this one. It looks good. It's very colorful on the board, but this is one of those things that the gameplay is really what keeps me on this one. And it has that kind of feeling of, those app games where you have to kind of figure out a puzzle in order to go to the next level. That's what this feels like, but it's in an analog form. So you have these what do you call them? These things. What do you call them? Formats? No. Anyway, configurations. You have these configurations of umbrellas that you're trying to make on your player board using one of the 4 different colors of umbrellas that you have on your player board. And once you're able to do that, you're able to put that one aside. Actually, in a multiplayer game, you're going to give it to somebody else,
right?
Either on your right or to your left. And then you're able to take a scoring chip and put it on the color umbrella that you used to finish that configuration. And so then you go on to the next one, and it keeps going until someone has, I believe there are no more scoring discs in a multiplayer game. In a single mode, in a solo mode, you only have 6 scoring discs. So whenever you know you can't make another one of the shapes that you have to make, or when you've placed all 6 of your scoring tiles out, that's how the solo game ends. It's really, really a fun game.
It's a fast game, too.
And it's also very fast. Yeah, I think the box says, where is it? The box says it's 30 minutes.
I can see that.
We
played a 4-person.
Solo mode is only like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, it was fast.
You go up to 4, you're maybe taking 30 to 45 minutes max. So this is one that I can highly recommend if you have not yet checked it out. Mark is out. Looks like back to the studio for me. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you later, Marco. Sam Rockwell in Moon. I've never seen that one. Under my umbrella, under my umbrella. Don't know what that means.
Under my umbrella.
Sam just made hearts appear. I have no idea why that happened.
It's that song.
Okay. After that solo live play, this game began to interest me, looking very thinky nice game. Yep, absolutely. Sam thinks it's Valentine's Day. I had no idea what I'm doing. Oh, it's probably because I was doing this. Does it do that?
You do that?
There you go. Aw. So I like this game too. And he wasn't even trying to. That's correct. He must have made a heart shape while rubbing his face. Maybe so. Stupid game. Whatever, dude. Caught y'all live. Happy Easter. What's up, Jeremiah? Good to see you, man. Long time no see. Did you put your hand in Strider's mouth? Did you put your hand in Strider's mouth? I don't understand what that means. Just played Critter Kitchen Deluxe. Super good game, but the Deluxe makes it a better experience. Yeah, oh, I just realized I have that.
I'm pretty sure I did it.
We're going to open, no, I did it. I put it away yesterday. We're going to look at some of the different things here. So I actually am going to have to go turn on the camera over there, but because I want to go through some of the things that are in the a la carte. Because we only used 3 of them yesterday, but I just wanted to talk more about these. Boom. This little thingy right here. That's all I want to take. That's all I want to take out. Push that over there. I gotta go
now
turn.
We can see it from here.
No.
Oh, watch out! Oh goodness.
I'm gonna actually turn on the other camera. Wasn't planning on doing this, but let's see.
Why? Why am I coughing?
I mean, you smoke 3 packs a day. What do you?
I do not. I did have to use my microphone at work yesterday. You saw me. I had the microphone on when you came.
Yeah.
Frequently by the end of the week, I don't have any voice at all.
All right, lay it down on the table right there.
And I went to teach yesterday, and it was like, so I just put my microphone on. I wish we had small ones like this. Actually, do we have one of these cords? We have one more microphone that doesn't work, right? Or the box?
Kind of.
I wonder if this piece would fit into mine.
I don't know.
Because
Have to bring it home and check. It probably
the
doesn't.
cord I have is like a big old headphone-y. Blech. I don't like it, but.
There we go. All right, we're gonna flip it over to this one. Put that up there, and then we'll put that overlay. Boom. All right. So I just wanted to go over the stuff that comes in the, and this is the deluxe version. We wanted to buy the, and I blame Star West for that. They're the ones that have the deluxe version on their hot games.
Right.
And I was like, well, we
gotta
gotta
get that
one.
Yep.
So one of the thing that the a la carte expansion does is it brings in these carts, the food trucks, food carts that are basically added to different things. So you can have carts that bring pies, different kinds of gifts, gelato, flowers, organic ingredients, zustu, And this is one that can only be used with 3 players, or 3 or more players.
Oh, okay.
Tofu is one we used yesterday. Sauces, mystery box. So there's a lot of different things here. They
I
also
didn't
have
use them very much.
trophies,
I didn't understand them. So.
balloons, food drive, ice. So that's pretty cool. Newspapers, cookbooks, coffee. That's one of the ones we used yesterday. Dumplings is the other one. So you only use, I think, 3 or 4 of these per game. And then they also have gold coins as well. Dumplings is pretty cool. Dumplings raise the amount of dumplings raises the value of your soup, and your soups are like wilds. So
I didn't use them at all.
Yeah,
I had one. And
I used
didn't
some
use
of them. They offer a pretty cool thing. But each of the different thing has a game setup, and then it also has, if there's a round setup, it tells you that, and then it also tells you how it affects the rules.
But each one of these cards has their own...
Yep, their own little system of doing things here. So, for example, the dumplings use these little tokens here. And my fingers are too big. So it uses these little tokens. And it basically just becomes another thing that you can pick up whenever you go to that location. And these are the different tiles that you use to denote which of the carts are at the locations that you're going to. So it's a really neat addition to the game. And most of them, like the 3 that we used yesterday, didn't really change the game that much at all. It just gave a slightly different feel. A slightly different feel. But Tofu was fun. Tofu basically has these tokens here that go from 4 to 7. There's a couple 5s in there as well. But this can basically replace any ingredient that is on the challenge plate that you're trying to put out there, but it has to be paired with a spice. And it becomes the ingredient that the spice is supposed to be paired with.
So you have tofu spicy mushrooms.
Or tofu cheese.
You had tofu spicy wine.
I did. I had spicy tofu wine. I think that's a thing.
I don't think that's a thing.
But the pies are something that might be interesting. They also have 3 different kinds of things. You have they have this symbol right here. It means that they can't be hidden. And if it has this right here, it means that it has to be refrigerated, because at certain points of the game you have a storage limit for your refrigerators. And then you have another one that is like this. Oh, I'm sorry. These are kept hidden. These are kept hidden. These are not. So those are the 3 different kinds. You have things that can be hidden behind your thing that have to be refrigerated, and things that must be kept out, in front of your screen that can't be hidden from other people. So that's a cool thing as well. There's just a lot of cool stuff going on, and all of the different things.
These pieces are beautiful.
All of these pieces are cool. Like the gold coins are actual gold coins instead of just cardboard or whatnot. The deluxe version is super great. And I'm pretty sure, I haven't actually seen, but knowing Cardboard Alchemy, their retail version is probably still really good.
This is really nice.
But this is really nice. It has a lot of cool stuff in it. These are the organics. These are, of course, the balloons, the ice, cookbooks, food drives, ice cream, the pies.
I think it's gelato.
Whatever. You know what gelato is? It's ice cream.
No milk.
Don't care. Still ice cream. All right, so the pies here are actually like a little dial. And these are one of the only things in the deluxe version that are still cardboard. Everything else is like this wooden...
But they're thick cardboard.
Yeah, they are thick. But it's like a dial. So with this, it says give each player a dial matching their player color and set it to 0. Each chef who goes to the attached location gains their chef's carrying capacity in pies. These do not count towards their picks. The player rotates their pie dial to show the new total of pies they have eaten. At the end of the game, the player with the most pies earns 3 stars. Each player with the second highest earns 1 star, and then if you have 3 or more, each player's dial number is secret, revealed only at the end of the game. So that's pretty cool. Every time you go to the location that has pies on there, whether you get something or not, you just get to bink.
Right.
You get your carrying capacity of pies.
That's cool.
That's actually really neat. I wish we would have used that one now.
Well, next time.
Yeah, next time indeed. But I just wanted to show this off because I really did think that it was a cool thing. What?
My sister just sent me something. Found this in one of the memories of our old shared pictures file.
Oh,
and it's me and baby Daphne visiting my grandma.
Oh, that's
my
cool.
mom's mom.
That's really cool.
See, I told you she was chubby.
Yep. David was chubbier.
I don't know about that.
Guaranteed.
Oh, I love seeing pictures of my grandmother.
Guaranteed. So I just wanted to show this off because I really was impressed with the a la carte expansion. Now, I will say this. Another thing that the a la carte expansion brings into it is that it brings into it a number of different sous chefs.
Yeah.
And the sous chefs were quite spicy.
I want to be Mortimer.
Yeah. Yeah. Hers won the game for her, I think. Hers won the game for her, I think. It was a really powerful... No, not the sous chef.
My ability.
Your I don't know what it's called. Your chef, the one that you had hired in your shop. That's what gave
his ability.
A sous chef at the beginning of the first, the fourth, and the seventh. So you got 3
without going
sous chefs without even having to worry about picking it.
One, I went there, and I got that one too. And that gave me like double. Yeah. There was one time I had 5 characters out on the board.
Yeah.
Or 5 locations.
5 chefs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you got to visit 5 chefs one time because of that. So yeah, it's one of those things where I don't know that everything is incredibly balanced in the game. Because I think that...
Oh, come on.
No. It was a very close game.
It was a very
I am
close
not complaining at all. I'm not complaining at all. But that's one of the things where I think you were able to get 4 people out 3 times during the course of the game for free.
Right.
And one time you got 5 people out.
Right.
For free. You didn't have to sacrifice anything to go get that thing. That's really, really powerful. Really powerful.
Right. I had at the end of the round where you can carry 10 things over. I had 10 things and you had like 6.
Yes. No, and you had used a whole bunch of things.
And I had a whole bunch that were 3
right.
that I didn't have to count.
Right. Because of the
So I had like 10, 12, 14, 16. I had like 17 or 18 pieces.
Yep. But that's cool. The nature of the game. I really do enjoy it.
That being said,
but this expansion,
it was really close.
This expansion is really good.
It was really fun.
It's really good, and I like what it adds to the game.
Oh, I didn't like that sound.
Nope, I didn't.
You have to go to chat. We're way behind. And it's 10 o'clock. We got to end.
Fine. Yeah,
it's 10:10. We got to end. Let these people go back to their own lives.
Eric says, stupid game. Do double thumbs up and see what happens.
Ding. Ding. Oh, fireworks.
Fireworks. The cut, that box is huge. The cut on your hand, Sam, it's no big deal. That happens. That's just me being stupid. I had to work on the Ring camera on our front door because our internet went out and it decided to reset itself. So I had to take it off, get a code off of the QR code, and then so I could. And I just messed up hitting my hand on something while I was doing that. Didn't really enjoy my play of this. Vanessa says, kept getting screwed out of what I wanted almost every turn.
Oh my gosh, that happened to me the first time.
But it wasn't fun. Yeah, that can happen. If you have, especially if you have more players, I can see that happening a lot more often. We've played it 2-player. I've played it 3-player twice, and we played when we learned it. We played it 4-player.
4-player
At Dice Tower West. We haven't played with more players than
Yeah,
that
the
yet.
4-player one.
I've also played it solo mode as well.
I kept getting screwed. I was like, oh, I'll go here. Oh, I got nothing. Oh, I'll go here. Oh, I also got nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that too.
Did you ever get a chance to play Dragon Eclipse with JT? Not yet. But I would really like to. Hello, happy Easter. Go for it. Painting says, hello, happy Easter to you as well. This looks vaguely familiar, Tom says. Yes, I'm sure it does. It's a TI4 knockoff, Tom, Eric says. Waste of money. Whatever, Eric. And Karen said, hush, Eric. Sorry, had to step away for family breakfast. You're fine, Luke. No worries.
I love family breakfast.
I'm back. I forgot to say I was stepping away. She did all that because she's a better player than you, Sam. Accept it. Yeah, that's probably true. She is a shark. I'm telling you.
You guys are terrible.
She
barely won.
No, it was, you won by a solid 4 or 5 points. You did.
I had 30. He had 29. You had 28.
No.
Once we counted.
No. You had 29, and then we forgot to count the stars we get for our chefs. And you had 30, he had 27, and I had 26. You won by a good 3 points, and 3 points in this game is a big deal. That's a lot of points. You won by 3 stars. You know how much value of ingredients you have to get 3 stars?
A lot. I know.
Yes, a lot. That's a big deal. 3 points was a shellacking in this game.
I don't know about that.
Well, not really a shellacking, but you
And wait till next time. Next time we play, I will get smacked.
Normally, JT smashes.
Well, he even said, I thought I had this.
Yes.
I knew I was going to beat you guys.
And his special ability was
spices, and he didn't get any.
And he wasn't able to get any. We played it with 6, which was way too. Oh yes, way too many people. If you have to use, because it does have a 6 to 7 player expansion, if you have to use extra pieces than what come in the base game to play your game, you're probably not playing it the way it was designed. I'm just saying. I would imagine. Now, I have the utmost respect for Cardboard Alchemy. They put out great games. I'm not decrying it, but I would imagine if they cut corners anywhere, they cut corners balancing the 6 to 7 player expansion. Stop. You just hear people moving around upstairs. We usually go longer than an hour. We usually go an hour and a half.
We started at 8.
No,
we started at 9.
We started at 9.
Okay, never mind. You're fine. I thought we started at 8. I was like, tick, 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 tick.
No, we didn't. Carita says GTG and FFG, or do we want to keep this positive? I had not heard about FFG. What happened with FFG?
Oh, JT was telling me that yesterday. Off camera.
I know about Greater Than Games, and the Flat River Group has closed Greater Than Games doors. I get that. I didn't know anything happened about FFG. What is up with that?
I have to sneeze.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay, that's nothing. That's just an editorial. 8 months ago, 4 years ago, 1 year ago.
No, it was JT was just telling me yesterday.
For Fantasy Flight Games?
That's what he said.
What was he saying? What did he say?
I thought he said that they were out or defunct or under or gone or I don't know. I thought that's what he said.
Boy, really?
I asked somebody to send. I don't know.
Yeah, they will. They will. I'm just looking it up while. Oh yeah. Okay. Final Frontier Games.
Oh, okay. See.
All right. When you say FFG, everybody's going to first go to Fantasy Flight. They're not going to think about Final Frontier. But okay, final. Okay, yeah, with Final Frontier and with Greater Than Games, yeah, that's bad. That's not cool. And it's never cool to see companies have to fold. Not knowing much
Right, we're
about
not involved
either
in
of the
that, so-
situations, as far as why. I know that Final Frontier put out a rather long post on on Facebook, and they were giving partial blame to other companies
Right, to
not
things.
paying their bills and all this kind of stuff. I don't know. And I know that that was a divisive statement that they put out because of the responses that they've gotten from it. So I have no idea about any of that stuff. All I can say is that it's not cool. I lost a contract because of Final Frontier. We actually were going to be doing a preview video and a live play for a game that they had coming out to Kickstarter at the end of this month. So that's stuff that I lost. But again, it's nothing against them. I had
Things happen.
they hadn't paid for it yet. So it's not like I lost it. It's just that now I know that that's money that's not coming in. So it sucks, and it's not cool. I was looking forward to doing the Pirate Code. It looked like an interesting game, but now I'm just waiting on them to see
If you have to send
where
it somewhere.
where they want me to send it.
Right.
I don't know. They have said that they do want me to send it somewhere, but they haven't said where. But yeah, it sucks. And
I mean, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate when businesses that we enjoy and we like fold or go under, whether it's board game industries or a restaurant in town or, things like that. But things happen.
Stetson says, "I have not heard anything about Fantasy Flight, and thank you for the heart attack I just had." Right?
It was my fault because he said Fantasy Flight, and I go, yeah, sure, honey, that's what he said.
No, it's Final Frontier. Yeah, it's not
Whatever.
Fantasy Flight. Yeah.
I clearly.
Yeah. Any news on CMON? No, I haven't heard anything about CMON at all. But with Final Frontier naming CMON, and then
We're not involved in those.
yeah, we're not involved in any of it. It's just.
We are just here, just like consumers like you.
If I say anything, it's just going to be speculation.
Right. So, and we are just here, just
really
like
do any
consumers
good.
like you.
Doesn't really
We
do
don't.
any good. I need a nap, Vanessa says.
I'm in. I love it. I try to tease my kids all the time at school. I say, I want to take a nap. They go, no, Miss Jessie, you can't. I'm like, oh, I can.
Is Earth Day, Easter, and 420 all happening at the same time?
Earth Day is the 21st. Easter is the 20th. And 420 is...
While a comet is hurtling towards Earth, so we're looking for cage-free, Fabergé-priced eggs, stoned, that we will never, ever find.
Sure.
That was an interesting convergence.
I mean, all of the things.
I'm surprised his medication allowed Eric to do that. I mean, that was a lot coming together. He had to really. How long did you have to think about that before you actually said it? Because it was actually well
It was
put
good?
together as
It was
well.
good?
Yeah, that's very good. Well done. Everybody give a hand for Eric. He did well today. All right. Well, we're out of here. It is 10:19. We're going to get to the rest of our day. We do have a lot of things that we have to plan for Easter. It is Easter weekend. Our church has no less than 5 services, 2 today and 3 tomorrow. I'll be going to 2 of them, serving at one and attending the other. And well, actually, serving at both and attending one. But good cyborg. See, there it went. He misspelled cyborg, so he has his ups and downs. He's good. That statement was mildly coherent.
Yes.
Eric, back in the cage, Karen says. He's not in a cage. I don't have him here. All right. we're out of here. We do have a lot of stuff. Happy Easter. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will see you guys and gals on the flip side. Next week, Jessie does not work on Monday, and I think I'm going to have limited duties on my part-time job that I picked up, so we might be able to do a live play. A live play on Monday, so be looking ready for that. And then we also have another, it belongs to the museum on Tuesday. We'll have another live review on Wednesday. Next
Let's
week,
go.
Thursday, we will also have another playthrough, either solo or with me and Jess. It will depend on what that happens, on what happens there. On Friday, I'm still planning on doing a stream, but next Saturday we won't have a live stream because we'll be at Comic-Con, and we'll be at Comic-Con Friday afternoon and evening, Saturday and Sunday. So that's what you have to look forward to. Thanks for joining us. We certainly appreciate you. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
Bye. That was a good live.
On time to color potatoes, Eric says.
Yeah, I have to do that. We have to dye eggs. We have to do all the things.
I do nothing. You know, to dye. We are not using real eggs.
What kind
Period.
of dyed eggs?
No, we are not dyeing real eggs. No. No, 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 no.
Yes.
No, absolutely not. How long is this taking? Gosh, geez.
Why can't we dye real eggs? I mean, we don't have any kids that are...
Because it's like a mortgage.
I wasn't really going to do an Easter egg.